Welcome back, everybody, to Kailash with Mohanji, another episode of Chronicles. Again, this is a new initiative that our platform has started to bring in the experiences of Kailash from the voices of the participants who've joined us in the past, because it gives different flavors, different dimensions to Kailash, which is enigma in its own self. So today we have Vaibhav Singh from Australia. He's a father and a husband and has been with Mohanji since 2020. And from his own words, Mohanji is helping him break his patterns. And him coming on this podcast is breaking those patterns because it's not easy to come and speak on these platforms. But so I'm so glad that you're joining us, Vaibhav. Uh,
Yeah,
so you want
thanks,
to share
Bhavani.
anything about yourself before we begin? Anything that I missed about yourself that you would like to share? How Monji came in your life and how this whole idea of Kailash came in your life? Because Kailash is not something that resonates with a lot of people. How did it occur to you that I want to go on this pilgrimage, which is difficult? It's not an easy pilgrimage, that you want to undertake this with Mohanji? How did this come about?
Yeah, sure, Bhavani. First of all, thanks to you for inviting me in this podcast. Podcast, right? Okay.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Thank you so much for inviting me. So currently, I'm living in Melbourne. I'm here from 2014. Before this, I was in India. I work here as an IT professional, and I have a family, as you said, with like my wife and my son. My son is 14 years. I have a furry son. His name is Bala. He's a Maltese Shih Tzu dog.
Wow.
So it's four of us, and I have a family back in India. My parents in UP. My brother is also in UP. So yeah, so this is me in terms of the family.
Mm,
And with Mohanji, my journey started in 2020. It's all because of Rakshita. I think
mhm.
people who are in Melbourne, they know about her.
Yeah.
She's Mohanji Acharya, and
Mhm.
I mean this was the COVID time, and she was running a lot of
Right.
programs, and I was, because I'm a spiritual kind of a person. I always like to do meditations, and I was always looking for
Mhm.
peace within me. So
Mhm.
I was actually trying different things. So I mean, just to share that, before Mohanji, I actually have tried Sadhguru, and I have taken Kriya from him as well.
Mhm.
But I was not able to continue there because of the kind of support which I was actually looking for. It was not there probably.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
here, with Mohanji, with Rakshita, I started, like, me and my wife both started, and then I would say that there was a lot of support, because
Mhm.
I mean my pattern is, which I have analyzed now because of, again, Mohanji, that I start the thing, and then to continue, it's always, something comes, and then I actually do not, I'm not able to continue. As I shared that
Mhm.
I started Sadhguru, but I didn't continue there as well.
Mhm.
But here I was actually able to continue from 2020 now till now. It's because of the continuous support. So I
Yeah.
would say that, if there is anything, I can actually reach out to the Acharya. Rakshita was very helpful. If there is
Mhm.
anything, like, I can call her. And not only
Mhm.
Rakshita, Ananta is also the country head. I can reach out to him. So there was
Mhm.
always a support, not only within Australia, um, support from the
Global
other
support.
regions, global
Right.
support. So there
Yeah.
was always a support. There was a lot of WhatsApp, groups, and I can actually
Mhm.
join all those groups, because there's something or other people are doing, like, all these acharyas are doing, and there is
Right.
always an opportunity for me that I can join any one of those group and join the program. So so the reason I was able to continue, I think, is because of this continued support which I
Support.
got
Mhm.
from all this Mohanji
Okay.
disciples and the Acharya. So yeah, so that's how my journey with Mohanji started, and I can
This
say that,
Kailash. Yeah.
yeah, I'm
Let.
coming to Kailash, but before that, like, I can actually say that 2020, 2025,
Mhm.
like, there's so much difference in me. probably I look the
Absolutely.
same, but in terms of within, like, earlier, like I was not very, I was a very fickle minded, but now not anymore. I still, it is there. I mean, I have to improve. Anyone has to improve always. So that I have to improve, but I can say that I have improved a lot as a person.
Mhm.
And now coming to Kailash, it actually started from a phone call from one of the disciple,
Mhm.
um, and she told me that I should Nirmal,
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 yes.
yeah. So she's like a younger sister. So she called me and she told me, "भैया आपको चलना है, चलिए चलिए कैलाश जाना है."
Yeah.
And I was like, I have never thought of it, truly speaking,
Mm.
before this thing happened to me. But I've always heard my wife, because she is also like
Spiritual.
Mohanji follower,
Mhm.
spiritual, and I think she follows him much more as compared to me. That's what I think. But yeah, so I've always heard her saying that she wanted to go to Kailash. So from last 2 3 years, she's saying she wanted to go to Kailash. But now she called me, and because I can manage my time, I'm an IT professional. I was having a leave. I work in the government sector, so there was a lot of work-life flexibility. So, but I was in like dual mind whether I should go or not. The reason was the expense. It was like it's a good amount which one has to pay. So that was in my mind, like, and it was not like I was not having a like I was having any financial problem, or I was not having the
Mhm.
finance to finance it. But then I thought, I mean, all these things were actually going in my mind whether I should book, not book, because money factor was there. And then in between, I also got a call from Rosna Zoran, and they have shared their own experience. So
Truly.
yeah,
Yes.
so had a chat with Ananta also. So yeah, so I have heard them out. I have listened to them, their journey. So it kind of inspired, but still, I was like in dual mind, whether to
Mm.
go or not. And one more thing which I forgot to share. So before all this, the Kailash first call happened, I had done the MTM. So
Right.
what exact? And there's also a story behind it, because I'm a like I'm like very superstitious, you can say, because I believe in
Well, let's
astrology.
let's wait. I think people don't know what MTM means. MTM is a process that is offered through Mohanji, and it's if anybody here is interested who's listening, definitely you could check it out on mohanji.org website. It's
Yeah.
a very transformative, deep process that goes into your patterns and it actually shows you what your patterns are through the practitioners. It's very transformative. That's what Vaibhav is talking about. Now, please continue, Vaibhav.
Yeah, thank you so much, Bhavani. So yeah, so what exactly happened was, as I said, like, I'm a bit superstitious, and I believe in
Mm.
astrology a lot. So I had two accident in very short, like 2 3 weeks I had two accident, while I was driving. So that got me scared, and I got some, I went to astrologer, and they actually checked something, and they said that there's something wrong. You have to get the puja done and all.
Mhm.
So, and for the puja, they have said good amount. So I was able, okay, to spend it, because I believe in that. And then
Right, right.
my wife said that I should actually go and do the MTM as well.
Mhm.
So that's how I got my MTM done. But I would say that after I got it done, I would say I would have got immediate result. I'm telling you I'm I'm very truthful about it,
Oh,
because
oh,
like within I would say within 2 3 weeks I got, my some things were stuck, but it
shifted,
got all
shifted.
cleared.
Ah,
Yeah,
right.
it's just like I got the results. And then I can't tell in detail, but essentially the MTM was about my ancestor, that I have to do something for the salvation of my ancestor. So there were
Wow.
some practices which they have actually recommended. So when this call actually came, because they actually have told me to do it for 3 weeks. So this
Right.
call actually, I got a call from Nirmal when I was doing those daily things for the salvation of my ancestor. So so I mean, all these things was going together. So my daily practice which I was doing, and then a call from
Nirmal.
Nirmal, and then discussion with all these guys about the Kailash Yatra. And then I was having in home, I was having a chat with Shruti, my wife, and she was always encouraging me that don't think about the money, just go.
Mm,
So all this was actually happening, and then during the same time, suddenly it was I mean, my niece actually passed away, and she
mm,
was 4 months actually. So it was a big
wow.
shock for the whole
Mm,
family, and that that made me very disturbed. And
mm,
then I thought that that I should actually dedicate this trip to her. And then
mm,
after that, there was no doubt. So
mm,
so
mm.
then I didn't thought about anything, and I just enrolled, and then
Wow.
did this Kailash Yatra.
So basically, you treaded all the fears or doubts that people have before the Kailash. Like there's financial doubts, there's you know other doubts about you making it. So basically, the whole Kailash actually was calling you from what you're telling me. The phone
Yeah,
calls
because
have been, the
yeah, I
phone
mean,
calls
like
have been, yeah.
so it was just like a movie, because if you watch any movie before that movie is picturized, it's all scripted. So now when I reflect back, I now think that it was all scripted, that I had to actually travel, because I've never
Oh,
thought of
yeah.
it. I have heard a lot about it around me,
Mm,
because a lot of Mohanji followers, disciples, they want to go to Kailash. My wife also
mm.
wants to go. She has told me many times. But with me, you can see, like, it all happened. Like, I
But
mean,
see,
yeah,
but see, a lot of people who are with Mohanji, they can say, yes, a lot of things have cleared in our lives, and there's a lot of testimonials out there. But what was different? That's what I'm trying to get from you is there's a difference in going to Kailash that is very unique, and you, Mohanji says you're not going to Kailash for yourself. Your whole lineage is going with you. So the salvation of your lineage had to happen by you going to a place like Kailash. It wouldn't have been cleared instantly without you taking that step. And when some doubts come, when you're meant to make the journey, the support also comes. That's what I see from your what you're sharing with us. That things were coming, but that equal force of you, the Kailash pulling you, was also happening because you were definitely meant to make this journey. And
yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah. And so after you see from what I understand, a lot of people don't undertake this journey because of the finances alone, because it is quite a lot. And what I would like to share is from my side, yes, it's a lot, but look what you're getting in return. There's so much of benefit to the whole lineage. It's because of the prospect of going with Mohanji. I'm not sure if it would have happened if you would have gone by yourself with some other group. I think it happened because that grace and the support of the whole tradition was with you. And that's why all the support came.
definitely, yeah, definitely, because the kind of support which we get here is like
Unparalleled.
any unparalleled. Yeah, so because I mean, if you compare any other any other uh, like tourist or any other who actually organizes all these kind of trips, they charge it the same. So when it comes to finance, and if you really want to go to Kailash, then, and if I think only about the finance, it's same across. So it's not like, with Mohanji we are paying more or less. So it's around, it's the same actually, or similar.
Mm.
So that's what I can actually say. And yeah,
So
and
once,
as you said,
go
like,
on.
it's like, I think, I mean, I used to think about the finance and all, but after I visited Kailash, so as you said, like, it's a journey, or it's an experience which always remained within you. I mean, a lot of things have actually changed for me. I mean, truly speaking, before this, as I said, like, I'm very different person to 5 years ago and now. And even after Kailash, a lot of things have actually changed in my life. I mean, as I said, I was thinking a lot about the finance, but after coming back,
Mm.
um, I mean, I can share that I have actually bought a restaurant. So I started a restaurant business in Melbourne, which is not easy, and it all happened because of Mohanji Grace and this experience I feel. Because yeah, I mean, yeah.
Wow, wow. So once you had taken this step towards Kailash, anything else that you shared during the yatra that overwhelmed you, that you felt like, oh, I made a mistake? Did you ever had those thoughts, any doubts, any difficulties that you faced that made you feel that you wouldn't be able to complete this yatra? Because it is a difficult journey on the physical level, on the um, um, also on the spiritual level, because it can really impact the mind because of what's happening with the body. It's like a psychosomatic things can come up. Did that happen to you on the trip itself?
Yeah, I was fine during the trip,
Mm,
because as I said, like, there was always support, and there was always discussions. I mean, like, as a group also, we used to meet daily and do some practices, like, it could be like
mm,
chanting the Mohanji Gayatri mantra, or something else, like, many activities we used to do. So I mean, I've always, after, I mean, in those meetings, or informal gatherings, or informal chats with the colleagues. So because everyone was of the same thoughts, and then I mean, mentally you're prepared and to surrender, and all like, you have to surrender. So once you have actually surrendered, then I think you will be fine. And that's what
mm.
has actually happened with me, because I just thought that I have to actually go, and I have to complete this, because as I said, I have a strong reason that I have dedicated this to my niece,
Your niece.
yeah, who passed away. So that was a very strong reason for me to actually to be very
Finish.
strong, yeah. And
Mm.
I've just went with the flow. I didn't think much about, I was hearing that, this would actually happen when you go to this attitude and altitude and all. So but I was just very calm in my mind. I just left everything to the God and the Mohanji, and then I just continued, and I was all fine because of his grace. So that's what has actually happened with me, yeah.
So surrender again plays the role in this with the other participants as well. We have seen that the surrender aspect really plays a big role in this pilgrimage. What was the most memorable thing that you can share that happened to you during this yatra? The most memorable time with person, the journey. What can you give us something on that?
Yeah,
There any moment?
sorry,
Was there any
specific.
moment like that? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you talk specifically about a movement, then I think you have been to Kailash many times, so the day two is really difficult. And for me, I did all this by my own, like walking without any pony and all, pony or porter. Sorry, porter was there, no pony was there. So I had to actually walk all these 3 days of parikrama.
Mhm.
So the second day is the
Was
hardest
there
day.
any reason? I'm sorry to. Was there any reason why you chose not to take the pony? Because Mohanji recommends that people take the pony and the porter just as an insurance. So in case something happens, they have that leverage on the side. What
Yeah.
made you decide that you don't want the pony?
So again, as I said, my pattern is I'm always in dual mind. So, so here also I thought that I should actually walk by my own. I should not,
Mhm.
at least that is something which I should actually do. This is probably, the only opportunity which I've got. So that was the thought, that I should actually do it by my own.
Mhm.
But as I said, like, I was a dual mind, so I said initially no to the Sherpas, because Sherpa actually, takes care of you while you go on this journey. So, and they actually arrange the pony and porter for you. So I said for porter, but not for the pony to him. But as I
Mhm.
said, like, I was always in dual mind. So just before, like, the next day, we have that next day is the first day of the parikrama. And morning I have given him money, you go and please arrange for the porter,
Mm.
pony. But he was not
Mhm.
able to arrange. So then I had to walk. I don't have any
Ah,
option. So that actually happened first day. Then the second day again, when I went there and I was there, and people said second day is like very, very difficult. Then again I
mhm.
thought that okay, I should get a pony. And then again I reached out to this Sherpa, that I want a pony, and he said okay, we'll arrange. And next morning, uh, again, like he was not able to arrange. So again, as I said, like probably I was meant to walk the whole
No, actually, it's
three
difficult to
days.
get the pony the second day. It's not easy to get
Yeah.
pony. Yeah.
Yeah, so in my case, it just happened. It was meant to be that way, but I will advise to the future, like people who plan to go there to actually take pony. It's not that easy actually, and and the other thing was because I had a chat with Zoran and Rosna, and they also walked like this parikrama 2 3 times. So they encouraged me a lot that I can do it by
Good,
myself. So
good,
so
good.
that was the reason with me. But having said that, I won't recommend walking
I
because
remember you
it's
saying
very difficult.
this. I
Yeah,
remember you saying this during
yeah.
the pilgrimage that you would advise people to take it. So that is that the most memorable time that you had that you have to get the pony?
No, actually, this was probably the answer to the question uh, why I actually walked. But the most memorable moment I would actually say is the second day when I was like it's a 22-kilometer walk, and after 10 or 15 kilometers I was not able to walk at all.
Hmm.
And it was very difficult for me to walk, but then I suddenly felt somebody is actually helping me out.
Hmm.
um, and how can I say, because yeah,
I
so
remember, I remember in
yeah,
2024, Mohanji had given us a candy to eat in case we
yeah.
were feeling the most down. Did you end up taking that candy to help you walk in any of this time?
So I don't remember, but I actually I no, I didn't take at that point of time. um, but I probably had it you know after I finished it, I think. But
Mm.
that point of time I actually felt that I was not able to walk, and I felt that my ancestors actually helped me to walk.
Huh. Good.
And I have seen my niece as a princess, just beside
Mm.
me, walking with me.
Wow.
So that was the experience which is still with me, which I have actually shared with my family members as well. So yeah, so that is, I would say that that's the memorable moment for me.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
That
the
is
most.
profound.
Yeah, yeah.
So you actually physically, not physically, you felt her presence or you actually saw her walking by you with
Yeah,
you.
that's correct. Yeah, that's correct. And then I'm sharing all this, but I've also heard, because I keep on listening to Mohanji's like videos, and like how I'm actually giving this recordings in the same way I've actually listened to other people's, and I always used to think, why, how can it actually happen that like what happened with me, but it happened with me as well now. I mean,
It's
so it
it was
happens
needed.
actually. Yeah.
Actually, what happens with Kailash is that when we come with an intention of something, whatever the intention is, with you, it was completion for your niece and the lineage. Other participants, when they come with certain intention, that intention gets fulfilled, and you're given the reward right away if it's done for you. And I've experienced that with other people as well. And with you, right now, what you shared is very profound because you took. She was the your anchor to Kailash, and her
Mm,
appearing to you, actually, Kailash blessed you. Like, okay, your intention and your sankalpa to come is complete and
yeah.
very profound. So, have you,
I
after
would
the
also like
journey?
to, yeah, I would like to share one more thing, because I think the day one, when we finishes the day one, the evening, that's the first time
Mhm,
you actually see the Kailash. Like,
mhm.
I mean, still I can, like, yeah. So I think that experience is also something which is with me, which is in my heart now, and I have taken a picture of it, and it's in my study room. I actually pray sometimes also here. So what I'm saying is, like, if you see that Kailash, the north face of the Kailash, and even though there were so many people, but when you actually look at it, it's just you and in the mountain, like the Kailash. You will not know anyone around you. And
Mm.
as a person, I'm very strong. I don't cry and all, but I don't know what has actually happened to me, and I started crying. I mean, that's very rare with me, at least in front of the others. But that was the experience which is within me actually. I mean, I can feel it, and whenever think about that moment, it's like,
You you
yeah,
cry
I mean,
again. Yeah.
not exactly, not cry,
You
but
come.
actually, like, if I'm sleeping, I will just awake. So it's that kind
Mm,
of a feeling I
mm.
get, like, sudden, yeah.
Wow. Well, Kailash stands for the highest truth, right? And your soul recognizes that truth. And when that remembrance comes, the tears also come. And that's what I feel. This is Mohanji's teachings, not mine. But I've cried
Mm.
many times in front of Kailash, and you don't know why you're crying, but something gets triggered
Yeah,
in you.
something happened, and then,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
just happens.
just happens, yeah.
Yeah. So I know you have shared this already. That your life has changed since Kailash. If you can just sum up those little points, and then we can conclude with this podcast. Other than the
Yes, yeah,
restaurant,
sure.
what have you witnessed in you? A- any change with the lineage? Any change with your stability, your frequency? How
Yeah,
things are?
yeah, definitely a lot of change, I would say, because after coming back from Kailash, I was not able to hear the, like, loud voice. If anyone is talking with me, I was
Mm,
not able to, like, I used to feel like, headache. I don't
huh,
want to hear such a, like, loud voice and also.
mm,
So, but with time now, I'm back to normal. But that was the frequency I was in immediately after coming back from Kailash.
mhm,
And as a person, I'm more calm now.
mm,
I think, yeah, because and more stable also. Still, I need
mm,
to improve, and I have to break my patterns. I'm trying to break it. At least I know. Nowadays, earlier there was no, like,
awareness. Right.
awareness that, if this is my pattern, I'm actually doing it. But at least now I know that this is something which I'm doing, and I should not do. So
Mm,
that's the difference. And then after Kailash, I have got a lot of good friends, as
mm,
well, like, whom I can actually reach out
mm.
and talk about all this, like, any problem or anything. I can discuss anything with them. So that was also a change. The other changes, I would say that, I have only one son. So as a only single child parent, that is again my drawback. I know I was having a lot of expectations from him, that he should be
Mhm,
good in everything, but that thing has
mhm,
actually changed a lot.
mm.
Now I don't have any expectation, because I know that, I think, I mean, it's all destined actually. Whatever has to happen will happen. So I can't control anything. So why to bother him? He has to live his own life. So that is also
Mhm.
a major change in me.
Wow.
And
Wow.
yeah, yeah, these are the changes I think after Kalash.
These are profound changes because many people are not able to really understand what happens in Kailash because it's a completely different frequency. We're not able to comprehend what really happened, but to hear you and your experience, it really brings light to how much a person's life can change. And I'm really happy to hear that. Um, so I'm really proud of you for coming to this platform and speaking. I know it's not easy to break that pattern of speaking, but I think everything went well. I really loved hearing your story, and I'm sure your story will inspire others. And would you recommend to others who are listening to take this journey with Kailash, with Mohanji? And actually, I forgot to ask one last thing from you. Did it bother you that Mohanji's physical presence was not with us in the parikrama time or during this pilgrimage time? Because a lot of people don't undertake this journey due to that reason alone. What was that a bother to you ever?
No, not at all. Not at all. Because every day we used to do Mohanji Gayatri. You were there. Like,
Mm.
I mean, we always have Acharya or like Zoran was there. So every day we used to do the chanting. We always, I mean, he was with
Mm.
us. I mean, while you actually
Yeah,
walk,
yeah.
he's beside you. So
Fine,
I
fine.
don't
Okay,
see any issues. Yeah.
good, good. Well, thank you, Vaibhav. Thank you for coming, and thank you to your wife for giving you the nudge to come and speak. Kailash is mysterious, and how Kailash made you come here today. And thanks to Mohanji for making you come here. You were the quietest person actually in the pilgrimage after somebody else that I know. But I'm glad to know more about you today, and thank you so much. Thank you
Yeah. Thank
for.
you so much to you for inviting me here. And I'm hopeful that it all went okay or good. Let's see how
No,
it goes.
yeah,
Yeah.
everything is good. Everything is good. Thank you for all your time. And
Thank you.
we'll see the viewers again with the next episode. Thank you, guys. Om Namah
Thank you.
Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya.